Broadcasting live from the Schwabel room. Beatdown Brown, Eddie B.
Dirty,
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 dirty, dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty, dirty, dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty.
Tell the people more about the advantages of our product.
They never lose their cool.
Expand your mind. But I've got a better source of information.
Yeah. Dirty 30, Beatdown Brown, Ed Superman Lover 7. How you doing, brother?
Yes, dynamite. I'm good.
Damn right. Oh my goodness, man. We last episode we got to talk about all the good. We got to
We had to start off good, and we got to bring in, what's transpiring, and the other side of the coin. Yeah, the other side of the coin, man. Go ahead.
About to get them pockets padded, man.
Talk to him, sir.
Cass is about to get that pocket padded. So, you hit me off with, man, Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Marshmello, along with others, allegedly misused pandemic grants to pay themselves or throw wild parties, man. So, you wanna cover this, or you want me to go ahead and jump in?
Go ahead, man. You got it up. Go ahead, just start ripping, and we'll pick it apart.
So what this comes in is there are just a few of the musicians who applied for and received payouts as part of the Shuttered Venue Operations Grant. And that was actually a government program meant to aid independent venues and arts groups struggling during the pandemic. So basically, coming from where we come from, we got a lot of our venues are not sponsored venues. People were like, okay, well, what's an independent venue versus a whatever? You have a lot of venues that are underwritten by corporations. So therefore, technically built into their whole situation with not being able to have shows, not have anything going on, they still got that corporate budget. It's like, okay, yeah, send everybody home, pay everybody, you're all good, and your staff actually gets unemployment or whatever, they're good. Just don't open up for this time. But you had a lot of places, like I said, like our area, we only have one sponsored venue around this joint, maybe two. And everybody else is, Ali free on their own thing. So you apply for, these grants, and this money was supposed to go out to keep these businesses afloat once the pandemic was over. But what you had artists and bands, and also, like I said, for arts programs too, you have programs that do stuff either in the community that couldn't operate in the community. You want to make sure that those were able to go on once everything was come up. But you had these artists like, well, we need money. We ain't going out and doing shows. That's not what it's for, dog. That's what your bank account is for.
Yeah.
That's what your investments are for.
Yeah.
And so this is coming from government funding. So technically this is taxpayer money that these fools was, like I said, it's not even so much about throwing the parties alone. Of course, the parties and stuff is going to come. Y'all famous, and that's what y'all like to do. It's about this paid y'all. That's not what this was for. So I named the initial three, but they're saying, like, as far as it goes, you also have bands like Alice in Chains and Shinedown, Ray Shrimmer, EDM artist Steve Aoki, all applied for the assistance right here and got them. And it says the artists were eligible to receive up to $10 million to spend on ordinary and necessary expenses earmarked for their loan out companies, which were required to make a good faith statements to the Small Business Administration to show that their companies had lost revenue of at least 25% between one quarter in 2019 and the same quarter in 2020. But they're showing that many musicians that made grants, none of them who responded to the publication's request for comments when they asked them, Um, that they were using just crazy amounts of this money for just personal stuff. Um, Wayne received 8.9 million, and he used 1.3 million on private jets, 460,000 on designer clothes, 2.14 million to settle a debt to his former manager Cortez Bryant. Um, Chris Brown did receive the whole 10 million, and he paid himself 5.1 and spent like 80,000 on his 33rd birthday party. Marshmello was given 9.9 million, and all of which went to his pocket. And since he made 9.9 million touring in 2019, it's like, dog, that's not what it was.
Oh,
Aoki used 2.4 million on his payroll costs. Now, if you're paying at your payroll with it, that's legit. But 1.9 million of that payroll was paid to him. so so only 0.5 mil was paid to everybody else. Three members of Shinedown split 2.5 million of their 8.3 million grant, while 15 touring employees received a combined 650,000. Word. So you just like Ray Shrimmer got 7.7 million for his Shrimp touring, with a solid chunk going to the duo.
mm.
This is this is crazy, man. Y'all thought this wasn't coming back to hit y'all as much money troubles as
Yeah.
the US is in right now. You thought, and I know, like I said, all those listed right there are just, we won't say they're the top offenders. Those were just the easiest to pinpoint
Right.
that obviously there was some kind of feedback on what actually happened with the movie, whether the legal action already made them responsible for what they did or whatever. This is just absolutely
So,
nuts,
what do you
dog.
think they're gonna? How do you think they're gonna recoup that? They're gonna send them a bill and be like, oh, misappropriation of funds.
Oh,
How do you think they're gonna get them?
ask Wesley and Lauren, dog.
Got you. Okay.
Ella is
Got you. Yeah, because that's when I sent this out. I was like, man, this isn't funny. You know, it's like they've been coming after everybody from the PPP loans and all that stuff. What do you think they was going to do with these superstars when they gave them a large chunk and was like, it has to be spent in a certain way. You can't just put this in your pocket or, oh, I gave it to the Little Wayne Foundation. No, you know what I'm saying. And the foundation is you, just you. No, it doesn't work like that. They are going
dog.
to do their due diligence and get their money back or somehow and put you in the rears behind this because that's a lot of money, man.
You saw where I had to turn face on it. I was up there's like, oh, Steve Aoki paid payroll with that. Oh, and 90% of payroll was
It
you.
was yeah, that part.
Like,
Yep.
dog, that's not what it is. That 650 that you paid out to everybody else, legit.
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying? Everybody else, that was legit.
that one
Everything
point,
else,
that one point, yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna get you, man. When you start messing with those commas and start putting them in your section, yeah, you're gonna get hit. And
Hey,
oh my God, that's like I said, this is how do you think Al Capone got taken down, man? It wasn't another gangster, it was the fucking IRS. They got his
they did
ass, man. Tax
they didn't get it.
evasion.
They didn't get him on straight up dope. They didn't get him
Mm-mm.
on straight up prostitution. None of that. There's up there like
Bootlegging. They went after the
bootlegging. None of
numbers.
that. There's
None
up
of
there
that.
like, yo, when's the last time you paid your taxes? And where did you get that?
Well,
Dog,
where's your accountant? They found
yeah.
the weakest link. They found the accountant and everything was and they had the log books and was like, yeah, these books don't match what you filed. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to sit down. That's what
And
shit. What Fat Joe, Ja, all of them went to jail for that shit for not paying their damn taxes, right? If I'm not mistaken.
pretty much, this is crazy, man. You could mess with a lot of money. You better run it off on the plug than this, man. You better run it off on the plug, dog.
I like that. Definitely, man.
You
Definitely. You don't play with these people money like that, man. You took it, now it's yours. They tried to do you a solid during the pandemic, and this is what you do. Okay. Got it.
this is, and I'm not going to act like there is a bunch of other larger corporations that didn't do worse.
Mhm.
during that time frame that are still to be called out on it that might never possibly be called out because they love looking out for corporations and love
Right.
making examples out of the little guys.
Mhm.
And I know this is hard to hear calling somebody like Lil Wayne or Marshmello or Steve Aoki little guys.
Right.
But in the grand scheme of things, this goes back to when we talk about too big to fail with the bank bailouts or with the auto industry bailout and
Mhm.
all that other stuff. When that's real money moving,
Right.
that's when you're looking at the craziness of you spent what where this ain't when your lady get mad at you like you spent how much on them J's? You
Right.
got to. I don't care
Yeah.
that the PlayStation 6 was out. We got a budget for the house. No, 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 no. This is a whole different budget, and this is a whole bunch of different kind of call you back out that's going
Yeah.
on here, and this is absolute foolishness. And just talk about good looks, bad looks, Wayne. Stuff like this is why you didn't get called for the Super Bowl. Stuff like this. Besides the performances, besides the flip flopping and the emotional weirdness, and we don't know if you could do a clean show. Stuff like this, because
They knew.
notice whose name wasn't on that list.
Yeah, I got you. I hear you loud and clear, sir.
He was doing push-ups in the park and
Yeah.
and
Wobble up.
making peace and doing telehealth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, homeboy during the pandemic, he told you on N95 he was ducking the social gimmicks during that time. He
Mhm.
wasn't sitting up there, paying himself off with something that wasn't supposed to happen.
Hey,
So
like I
yeah,
said, they got this coming, man, and this is a perfect segue into the next segment as far as dudes taking funds. Can you pull that one up real quick, my man?
oh, it's
It's
already
all
up.
okay.
Because
Yeah.
I want to know, do you realize how dangerous that name is and what this can mean? Because right
Give me
here,
a
what we're
rundown.
talking
Give me a
about
rundown.
is rapper and producer Swizz Beatz is facing heat for receiving millions in funds stolen from Malaysia in the multi-billion-dollar 1MDB fraud. So this is another person, brother Kasim Dean, received a whole bunch of money from Joe Low. Now, if y'all up there like that name sound familiar, but I don't get it, and I
Hmm.
don't understand where this is an issue. The reason why we definitely couldn't see at least one member of the Fugees on that Red Man cut
Yeah.
is because of Joe Low.
Hmm.
That's the very same person from that one Malaysia development Berhad plan. That's what that one MDB stands for. And he defrauded the Malaysian Sovereign Wealth Fund. So if you want to talk about how governments don't play about what you do with their money and are going pat your pocket like, nah, man, not feeling that. You
Yeah.
need to come correct. This is exactly what that is. Is come correct, man. Nah, I'm not feeling you.
If
That's
if
not cool.
Swizz if Swizz is smart, if he's smart, he's working out a hopefully he's working out a deal right now to get that off his back. You don't want that kind of heat on your back. There's one thing to have the states on your back, but you got Malaysia. He defrauded their government. He that dude's jammed up. Swizz could get even more because they know they're like, dude, he gave you some of our fucking money. It was just like, look here, man, cut us a check. I know you about to do those that he teamed up with Elon and Timberland or whatever for that what was that shit they were doing during the pandemic?
Oh, for
That
the verses,
yeah, for the
yeah.
verses or whatever. They were supposed to, launch that whole series or whatever and made this big ass deal. And yeah, I guess it's supposed to go on X or something like that. I don't know. We talked about it on 3PMD, but yeah, he better
over,
work that out and start
over
making
seven
payments.
point over 7.3 million in stolen funds went to him. With 2.2 million of that in gifts from Low, but the rest of that finance got finance little projects through his companies like that. Dog,
People come up
you ask
missing
questions.
behind that. This isn't the states. Again, this is not the states. They got different laws over there. And you fuck around and you on tour with somebody, and you end up going over to somewhere close to Malaysia, and yeah, you come up missing. behind shit like this, man. I mean, everybody can get touched, especially when you messing with their money like that.
You're messing with major dough. And
Yeah, it's not a
this
good
ain't
look.
funny. This ain't cool. This ain't, you got to really, I hope that everybody takes from this situation and the other situation we cover here. Ask questions. It can look great.
Right,
Ask questions.
right,
Ask what and how is this being paid for? Ask who is paying for it.
right.
Rest in peace. I remember Fat Man Scoop talking about going over to another country, and he purposely left it indescript of what country it was. And he got brought over there to go do a show. And he's like, I basically got kidnapped for a month while
Mhm,
going over there. He's like, I
mhm.
had to piggyback. I think he said DMX got him out of there.
Was that Fat Joe was talking about that? They said they got.
No, it
What
was
was it?
Fat Man Scoop.
Okay,
If it wasn't DMX, it was somebody else. Like literally snuck him out of the
got it.
country and got him up out of there. Because I remember that one. I remember that one exclusively. That was
Yeah,
Fat Man
it's
Scoop because he's
like you
talking about he got brought over there during the Be Faithful era.
got you.
And he's like, dog, I got kidnapped. They would play games and be like, oh, here go a little bit more money, just chill out, have a good time. He's like, but
Wouldn't let
he's
him
like, they
leave.
was holding my passport.
Hmm.
He's like, I had no way to get up out of there. He's like, yo,
My
this
thing
is
is
crazy.
with Swizz, man, is it's not necessarily just about him. He's in a high profile relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like that could affect your wife's touring. She may not be allowed to go, to certain areas because she may, to what we just talked about, she may end up getting, snatched or something like that. It's like, bruh. And
Like,
again, to your point,
and
ask questions. Like, why is this dude gifting me all this stuff? Yeah, I'm the man, I'm Swizz Beatz, the super producer, and all this other stuff. But like you said, man, ask questions, man. God
and where
dang.
did you get it from? That's the huge
Uh-huh.
thing is, where did you get it from? Oh, it's this fund and we're going to do these big things and these grand things and blah blah. Yeah, let me hear from five other people.
Yeah.
Let me hear from five people that don't like you.
Mhm.
Let me hear that, and then I'll go ahead and take this bag. It's
Ouch.
because, like I said, Praz has got major. He's got to sit down for a minute
Yeah.
behind this.
Yep.
You don't want to get sat down behind. I know we say a couple dollars, and people's like, that ain't no couple of dollars. Like I said, in the grand scheme of things, in the drop of a bucket, we talking about billions that got defrauded.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is a drop in the bucket. You don't want to get sat down for a drop in the bucket. And
Yeah.
so you
The
got
kind of
to,
money this dude took, man, it could fucking bankrupt an economy, and that's why they was going so hard on Praz and
it
oh
did
boy,
bankrupt the economy.
I'm sorry. Sorry, yes. And this is why they're trying to look at everything that went out, and
Yeah.
now they're trying to recoup, and it was like, oh hell yeah, we going after this damn producer. He got what? This dude gave him, because I'm sure the way they found out was the main guy probably got squeezed and was like, yeah, okay, I paid out him, I paid out him, I paid out him. He was working with me, he started dropping names, to get his shit reduced. But yeah, man, Swizz, please, man, if take care of that shit, man. For real, for real. Get up, just give it back, man. I know it's gonna sting. Get that shit back. Give it all back, man. Like here's a little something on the top, just because I didn't know, old boy. Wash your hands of that shit.
Wash your hands of it. See if you can work, like you said, work out that payment plan. Hey, can I go into an economic restoral plan with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Let me work with the country. Hey,
Right.
you could flip this. I'm your PR dude. Look at me. I'm your PR dude. You can make yourself a hero in Malaysia. Be like,
Yep.
I want to get back with y'all. I want to give back to Malaysia. Let's go ahead and I'm going to pay into your public works project. Whatever you got to do, get your infrastructure right back over there and all like that.
Mhm.
Let's make the Swizz Beatz Memorial public works project. Let's do that.
Let him make a
Do
couple
something,
phone
dog,
calls
and
and
do
be
it
like,
quick.
can I become the ambassador to Malaysia or something so I could, do some community outreach and start giving back to these folks because you picked their pockets, man. You did. That should
Yeah,
come out
man.
like that. Like, dude, just give it all back, man. Sell that dope ass crib you got in San Diego and get back to, go back to New York, man. And chill the fuck out, fam.
Yo, man, this is
Tragic.
craziness, man.
It's
This is
tragic, man.
yeah. Everybody is not who you get in bed with when it comes to finances, man. It's you got to be real cautious because there's an extreme crackdown on what these scammers can get away with, and these scammers are on a whole different level than what you used to folks doing stateside and all like that.
You know
You gotta
what's
watch your nugget,
you
man.
you know what's crazy about this one, man? In conclusion of this segment, Swizz has come a long way, man. Because I remember he was telling the story about getting those royalty checks and how he was like putting them to the side, and his grandma kept keeping them or whatever because he thought they was like publisher clearinghouse checks. He never knew. He didn't know what it was. That's how ignorant he was about the whole royalty checks. Because he said he went down to the label and was like, "Hey, I need such and such money," and they were like, "Dude, haven't you been cashing your checks?" He was like, "What checks? They've been sending you checks every month for all the stuff you've been producing." And he was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "Those checks been going to your house, man." He was like, "Oh, those checks are real?" And he said he went home and his grandmother's like, "Yeah, I put them in a box over there." And he said he had a stack. He was like, "Man," he tried to deposit in a damn ATM machine or something like that. He went down to go. He said first thing he purchased was a Benz, and he went down and had to go out and get a copy of his bank account or whatever from the ATM, whatever, a printout and show dude he had the money and had the funds because he ain't know nothing about any of that stuff. But now fast forward to 2024, this dude then got caught up, getting gifts for 7 mil. Like, dude, haven't you learned from back in the day to always pay attention to your paper? I
It's
don't understand. It's like, dude, this is like your second go around at this, man.
it's just watch who you're dealing with. Watch how they move. Watch how you move with them.
Right on.
This is not what you want, and everybody's money is not good money. And you have your own way to make a bag. Shout out to T-Pain for having his own way to make a bag. I heard you and the fellas was talking about that. Homeboys up there like, yeah, man. He's like, I make this much money off of gaming. He's like, I made $25,000 in an hour just for making sure I shot it out of brand while I'm gaming, and I'm not even that good.
Yep. And
And
he said, I'm on the lower tier of
yeah,
what these cats are making, and was brutally honest about himself and what was going on. And was like, dude, I don't have to leave my house to make
and
what I make touring, whatever. He's like, things have definitely changed.
like
But
he said, he doesn't negotiate samples anymore. If he's going to do samples, if he's going to do covers, if he's going to do
I
interpolations,
love that part.
like
He
look,
said,
just
y'all
take
can have it.
100%.
Yeah,
Y'all
he's
can
like,
have
just take it. Just take it.
y'all gotta wait on the label. I'm gonna go and make 50 times that going and
Yep.
touring and performing it.
Yep.
So y'all go ahead and take
Take
100%
what y'all
of
want.
it
That's fine.
and go on, and I'm gonna go do my thing. And that's dope.
Yeah.
Swizz, you big business. You got the show with your son when y'all going and testing out supercars all around the world and all that stuff. Go
Not
get those
not
back.
no more. Nah, I bet he ain't doing that no more. I bet he'll be stateside. I bet he'll be stateside. Why take that chance now? He got that heat on him.
Ma- Make Malaysia whole. Go ahead and dig into whatever you got to dig into. Make
Right on.
Malaysia whole so you could go ahead and be free to roll around the world
Mhm.
and make your bag. You've got your name up, you've gotten your status up to
Yeah.
where you can be and are everywhere. Get out of this bull, man, because this is you gotta really check, man, because folks will drag you down and use up this like I just took the bag, man. That's all I did. Yeah,
That bag was harder than fish grease, man. You better
yeah,
be
man.
careful, fam. You better be careful. God
Yeah.
dang, man.
You better take that bag on. Go do a show and come back and be like, hey, we think that you did. That was for services performed.
Yeah,
Look,
that
you
part.
need to
That
talk
part.
on them about that.
Yep.
That's what that was. I went over
Yep.
there and did that.
Did
I
a
paid
show.
taxes on it.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm out. No, but
Yep.
yeah,
Not
watch
just
who
some,
you-
hey man, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to meet you. And by the way, man, I enjoy what you do. Here's a big old Crown Royal sack. Here you go.
Yeah,
That's
man.
you.
I
Nah.
don't take gifts. I need a bill of sale. I
That
need
part.
this to be services rendered.
Mhm.
Hey, if I got to fix your internet real quick, so this fool paid you 7.3 million. Hey, he don't know how to work on a router, man. I got his firewall straight and everything. It's right
Mhm.
here. It's right here on the itemized list.
That part.
Services rendered. I had to fly out there and buy your own plane ticket. I had to fly out there to go fix his router.
Yeah.
That's why I got that. Well, we needed to get that back. You need to talk to that man. That's off his expenses.
I got my receipt. Like you
I'm
said,
high in
man, I paid
IT.
my taxes on that. There wasn't no under the table shit. We got receipts. Talk to
Yeah.
my accountant. We're done. That's
Yeah.
it, man. But Swizz, all of them, not just Swizz, Lil Wayne, CB, all y'all, man. Take care of your business, man. Tighten
Yeah,
that
man.
shit up, man. That's a gimme, especially now. Especially y'all all are high profile. In our eyes, y'all high profile. And they're watching.
And
They're
look,
definitely
according to
watching.
the people that's trying to take back this money, you high profile.
Yeah, that
You
part.
see, they called out Ray Shrimmer. We ain't heard them in a minute.
Well, we haven't, but these dudes they still killing it. Yeah, they're killing it, man. That's why they up there with the Chris Browns and the Lil Wayne and them, because they right there as far as money makers. These cats were killing it, and apparently enough to get that kind of money where they felt like, hey man, this is what we're going to lose during the pandemic. This is estimate of what we're going to lose, and the government paid them, and they paid themselves.
That's wild.
Y'all gonna get it. But thank you again, fam, for another great one. Shout out to the whole team. Please go to tpublic.com/beatdown.
Slash the beatdown.
There you go to get the merch and more shit coming, man.
Yes, yes. Appreciate y'all. We gonna holla. And yeah, it's been another great one. So
Oh yeah, bro. I'm gonna see you next year.
yeah, I'll see you next year, my man.
See you next year, fam.
Peace.
Peace.